Hey everybody, it's me, Mr. Argon600, and I'm bringing you a gameplay video of Modern Warfare 3 for the Nintendo Wii. And today it's another episode of What's Better. So today we're going to be comparing the M16A4 and the TYPE-95. They are the two only 3-round bursts featured in the game. And right now I'm showing you the video I got with the M16A4. I'm playing a little team deathmatch on Outpost. Okay, so just a bit of history real quick for the M16A4. The M16 is a classic American arm rifle. It has been in use since the 60s. It's served our country great, and I love it. And it's obviously it's an assault rifle. It's a 3-round burst. And so, what that means, the 3-round burst, if you don't know, it will shoot 3 bullets really fast, pause for a moment, and then you can shoot another 3 bullets really fast, if that makes sense. So like I said, the M16 and the TYPE-95 are the only two 3-round burst weapons in the game. The M16 has a little lower of a firing rate. It has overall a 420 rounds per minute firing rate, which is pretty low if you think about it. Per burst, also it's kind of low. It's 780 rounds per minute. I think that the TYPE-95, it has like 1,000 rounds per minute per burst. So the rate of fire on the M16 is a little lower, and I guess that's why some people kind of like the TYPE-95 a little better. But the M16 and the TYPE-95 are both very, very high damage assault rifles. They can kill 3 shots to the chest very easily, so you only need 1 burst. You can pull the trigger 1 time, and as long as you get all 3 shots on target, it'll immediately kill. So for that reason, it's extremely important that you get all 3 shots on target, or at least as many shots as you possibly can on target. It's basically impossible to spray with an M16. If you try to do that, you'll really find you'll have very, very little success doing that, because it just simply doesn't put out very many shots. Also, the hip fire on this, it's not really to your advantage to hip fire using it, unless you're you really need to, unless you're pressed in a situation where it is for some reason impossible for you to aim down your sights. Really try not to hip fire with it, because hip firing with it just doesn't work because of how little shots it puts out. And yeah, since it is a 3-round burst, it's just really difficult to spray with it or hip fire with it. I would definitely recommend aiming down your sights. That's your best bet, so that you can make sure that you get all shots on target. The magazine size is about 30 rounds, normal 45 rounds with extended mags. It's unlocked at level 4, so you pick it up almost immediately. You can play like 1 game and level up 4 times. So basically get it, the M16A4, right at the beginning of the game. Its maximum ammunition can hold about 180 rounds. It has a really low reload time. It can reload in 2 seconds, 2.3 seconds actually, 2.3 seconds, which is really good. If you don't know, it's actually really good, especially when you compare it to the TYPE-95. So you can reload really fast if you ever need to reload. You'll rarely ever find the reload time being a problem. It has incredible range. I would say it basically has unlimited range. It doesn't have any range damage drop off, so the damage that it gives 2 feet away from a guy is the same amount of damage it'll give all the way across the map. It has extremely low recoil, so for those reasons I would definitely suggest only using it in long range. And we're switching over to the TYPE-95 now. The TYPE-95, again, really similar to the M16. It has a little bit higher damage, just barely any higher, but still noticeably higher. Little higher damage. It has a little higher reload, or higher reload. So it takes longer to reload. The M16 takes 2.03 seconds. This takes 2.76 seconds. If it already has some bullets in the magazine. If you're completely dry in the magazine, then it'll take a little over 3 seconds to completely reload it. So it does have a noticeably larger reload time, which can work to your disadvantage if you think about it. especially if you're caught in a situation where you're basically right in front of a guy and you ran out of ammo. In that kind of a situation, the M16 would be a little better. Also, forgot to mention the TYPE-95 was made in about the 1990s for China, for the Chinese military, and it's still in use today for the Chinese military. But I digress. Anyway, magazine size, 30 rounds, 45 with extended mag, the same as the M16, so it's not like any one has any, more ammo than the other. The maximum ammunition for the TYPE-95 is also 180 rounds. The rate of fire is higher as well. So the M16 has about, what was it, like 780 rounds per minute per burst. This has about 1,000 rounds per minute per burst, so it'll shoot just quicker. You'll be able to put out more shots per burst. So that makes it a little easier to kill because you don't have to be on target for as long, since it'll shoot out more shots. It also, along with the M16A4, has very low recoil. The recoil will hardly ever be a problem. And especially even if it had high recoil, since it's a 3-round burst weapon, as soon as you shoot that first burst, you can let it sit down back on target, and then shoot your next burst. But it doesn't have recoil really at all, so you'll never have to worry about your shots being off target because of recoil. Let's see what more. It is unlocked at level 32, so unlike the M16, you gotta play a little to unlock it. What else? TYPE-95, 3-round burst. I would also say use it as a defensive kind of long-range role, along with the M16, same thing. With the M16 and the TYPE-95, they're definitely not close-range weapons. If you try to use these at close range against someone with an assault rifle, or especially an SMG, you're going to be outgunned. You cannot, it's really difficult, unless you get really lucky and get all 3 shots on target immediately, that you're going to outgun someone with an SMG or an assault rifle when you're using a 3-round burst. So yeah, that's why you should definitely use it as a defensive long-range role. It's great for objective-based game modes. You can just kind of sit in the back, keep your scopes up at the objective, whether it's a flag or a bomb site or whatever, and just defend it that way. So yeah, a lot of people use it. In that sense, I would suggest putting a claymore and motion sensor around you to kind of protect you while you're protecting the objective or whatever you're trying to protect. The iron sights, I think, in my opinion, are really good. They're not very obstructive at all, although they do offer all the optical attachments, so the red dot, reflex, hybrid, ACOG, all those. Those are also really good to your advantage when you're using it for long range. It really, gets your zoom up, so if you're, sitting in the back and you're trying to aim up really far, the ACOG and the hybrid, they would definitely help out with your range. So yeah, that's pretty much it. They're both great assault rifles, 3-round bursts. Tell me which one you like more in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed this gameplay video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.